Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. The best sermon is an example. The best sermon is an example. I'm going to tell you what. It's like if you think about a glass of water, which looks like the best glass of water, the clean glass of water in a clean glass or the water in a dirty glass, the clean glass. Sometimes people, they just say whatever and it sounds good. But then their actions don't match what they say. Like, hey, since we say a sermon, you got ministers out there, hey, when they on the pulpit, oh man, they give a show. They say all this stuff. It sounds good. Got the first lady right there. And how you supposed to be loyal, all of that. They'll find the Bible verses. But then on Wednesday, they at the club. Grinding up on some youngin'. But what kind of example are they setting? If you want people to, you need to understand something. Words, verbal communication is maybe at best 10% of all communication. At best 10%. I'm saying at best. I'm probably being extremely generous. Most what people, when they make a decision about somebody or they make a judgment, whether this is right or wrong, they go on what they see. More people go on what they see than what they hear. You can tell somebody something all day. You could say, you're the successful millionaire or something, but if you're walking around in poor health and dirty clothes and you're not walking around in confidence, no one's going to believe you. They're going to be like the image doesn't match. Or if you say you're such a good person, you tell everybody, yes, I'm a good person. I'm pious. Whatever spiritual path you follow, yeah, this is what I follow. But they see your actions as totally the opposite. You're not setting a good example. They see you doing evil things to people. And they actually see you doing stuff that goes against whatever spiritual path that you profess. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Your words, your actions rather, need to match your words. And in fact, you need to get to the point you don't have to tell anybody how, like, whatever you are. I remember an instance. I was in a department store a few decades ago. And was getting in line. There was somebody close, being helped, somebody after that. And then behind them, there were some packages on the floor, some stuff to be purchased. And so I walked, I was about to purchase something. I just stood behind what I saw there. And I remember a woman came up and she was like, that's my stuff. I'm standing there. I said, ma'am, I saw that. That's why I'm just standing behind it. And her demeanor changed because she realized, oh, wait a minute, he didn't really mean anything. And that's, not just from what I say, but what I showed. If you're a good person or you're something, you don't have to tell anybody. You're like, I remember a teacher. Was it a teacher? It was a teacher. I'll say just a teacher. Gave me an example of like a good basketball player. A good basketball player doesn't have to tell anybody how good they are. They just set an example from their play. They let their actions speak for them. How you walk, how you talk, how you treat people. People can see if you treat somebody else well. That's an example. Like I remember, I believe it was Muhammad Ali. Please correct me if I'm attributing this to the wrong person. But they said he said he paid attention to how someone might treat a waiter. Because that's an example. That's an example of actions and stuff and how people do. And it's like very important. you know. And if you did one of these people who want to try to convince people, I don't know, follow a path, take a certain course of action, well, you need to show how you doing that. Let me use the millionaire example again. If you're going to tell people how to make money, you need to show in your actions that you're actually making money and how you behaving and everything. You know, if you're saying they need to be a good person that treats everybody well, you need to be doing that. You know, set the example. I'm going to tell you what, I've worked with a lot of young men in my life, a lot of young men, like coaching them and in other areas, mentoring and everything. A big thing I had to do was just show them that the example, be the example. In fact, that reminds me of even a deeper story from a step grandfather and how he did something. Now, I remember he used to work at the Pentagon. He worked security at the Pentagon. I mean, he had a security clearance and everything. He had a nice suit. You know, I was 5 at the time. I thought he was an actual cop. But he just said, I mean, he was good with it. Now, I remember he would get ready for work. He would sit down, get ready to work, get ready to go in. And he wouldn't say a word. And I'll be just sitting there with him while he getting his stuff on and everything. He would sit on the side of the bed and, you know, he would smooth out the crease in his pants and everything. And he would make sure everything was sharp. He didn't say a word to me, though. He didn't say a word to me. And he always kept his stuff crisp. And he never once said to me, oh, this is what you need to do and everything. He just showed me. And he sat there. He didn't even look at me. He knew I was watching him, though. And I was watching everything. He set an example. Because years later, you know, when I started ironing my own clothes, which I actually like to do, I always had those perfect creases, shine my shoes well. And I thought about it. I was like, he never once tell me. He never once said, okay, this is how you do it. He never once told me. All he did was set an example. That's how powerful it is. People got to think about who's paying attention to what they do. You know, who's paying attention? It could be some young person. They seeing your behavior. It could be somebody who's going through something. They seeing your behavior. The best sermon is the example that you set. That's very important. Like words, I'm going to tell you what. Words, unless backed up by actions, are cheap. And anybody can say anything, but the image, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The image you set, the example you set, what people see, can speak volumes and can positively affect numerous people. I want y'all to think about that, all right? So that's all I have for today. Get back with you. Think about what I'm saying. Keep rising and transforming. Peace.